Early on, I arrived at the small town of Homavik, and in search of a bathroom, I rushed to this place where I saw cars, and that is the fish baiting installation. That's what they do. What we have here today is an interesting example of how technology changes. In the movie I saw yesterday, the men individually baited their hooks and then on their lines and took them out to sea. Here, this operation does that for the fishermen. So these barrels are just the lines with the bare hooks, and you can see the bare hooks there. And then these gentlemen here take those unhooked lines, and as you can see, he adds a line to it where it's necessary, using a special knot that they use, and then he baits that, and then it goes. So this sets it up for the fishermen. All they do is pick up these barrels and take them out to sea. In the freezer here, that batch over there is already hooked and frozen, and it'll go out to sea next. The ones that are missing are already out to sea, and these are the buckets that are yet to be be baited.
And then we have uncut and bait here.
Ah.
Just dry mackerel.
Oh, okay, so now here's the dry bait, and now you have to cut that up into the chunks that will go on the hooks. What? A small harbor for Homavik. Substantial enough to hold some pretty good sized fishing boats, I suspect, which are all out fishing. There's our baiting company over there with the blue roofs. One man there spoke good English, the other man I think understood the English. Looks like a funky old building. As in the movie yesterday of the old way of fishing, religion is fundamental. And I suspect that with a little bit of cynicism dumped in today, it remains essential for men who go out and face the sea, not on tranquil days like this, but on the really horrific days that occur and arise after they've gone out thinking it would be a normal day. These are old books of Iceland, whether the sagas or Bibles. There's nothing in English, and I don't see it in the English portion of my guidebook that I've given to take through here. These look like old ledgers. This may be a punk box, or a box that holds the spark for fires. I don't know, and there's no explanation. This is the bizarre skin of a human. So the sorcerer of the times gets the permission of a live person to dig up their corpse after they're dead and remove their skin from the waist down with no holes or punctures. Then the sorcerer wears this outfit and takes on the attributes of the man. Most of what we see here are icons of some kind of magical spirit type of thing. This is to ward off the people who would generate big storms, and men have been prosecuted occasionally who were thought to have done so in injuring other humans. Apparently it reflects the ability of some to raise people from the dead. Burning at the stake, or burning as a punishment for sorcery, use against others, was occasional. In 1625 in particular, this was a device that women were presumed to use as witches, in turn punished by burning. These are 21 people who were burned at the stake for witchcraft. It was normally considered to be an enterprise of men rather than women. Pieces of evidence against a man who was ultimately burned at the stake in 1677 for trying to make his sheep easier to manage and also to find out who might have stolen something from him. Right now we're on the Strandir Coast, just about where the 643 is. I could go up further, but it's all a dirt road, which is okay. But I'm not sure I'll see anything more dramatic up there than what I've seen already. So we're looking up the Strandir Coast now. Now just pan across. I'm not sure if this is a fjord or just a natural body of water. But over there should be North Iceland. What's called North Iceland. I'm guessing down there may be some either fishermen coming in on their inflatable or some scuba divers. Remember, scuba divers dressed in their wetsuits can be quite warm, particularly if it's a dry suit. Looking back the way we've come, we'll go back down this way and go all the way down that way and arc back up around again. It'll take us pretty much the day. These are the mountains. And I don't know if you can hear, but I'll be quiet in a moment. Because up there, I see large birds flying around. By that I mean seagulls or something bigger than that. And a lot of noise. So my guess is there's still a continuing rookery up there of some sort. Of course, another one of the billion waterfalls. No surprise that these cliffs in the springtime should hold thousands and thousands of birds. The only predator they have is the Arctic fox, and I doubt it roams around up there all that much. Seen some birds land ever so briefly, right dead center. See one bird there. Maybe it's just some kind of a mating experience. The great weather I've had in the last week belies the tremendous amount of water everywhere in Iceland. Either coming down a river, over a falls, buried like a sponge into all this greenery that you see. And even the soil everywhere is actually wet. It's a pretty little piece. This round hummock of moss or some kind of ground cover. And the pretty little purple flowers that decorate it. Wanted to follow this water upstream a bit just to look at it and see this old bridge for the old road, which looped around here and then off that way. I was anxious to see if there was a lake up here, and there's not. It's just more water, but even far up there you can see that it makes a pretty little braided cataract, if you will. A prettier bridge crossing than the new one because it gave you a view up the valley. And there's also another road you could take if you have the vehicle for it. And it gave you real close-up view and noise of the stream as it trundles down through these rocks. Pretty, isn't it?